If you want to trade for a living, you need to master the art of scalping. Scalping is all about the right entry and right exit. I work with thousands of traders, and let me tell you, art of scalping is the one that make day traders successful. Even the swing traders become successful after they learn scalping because they know when to enter the trade. Today, I want to talk about scalping. I made this amount of profit, but it doesn't matter. What I want to show you is how I identify the scalp, enter at the right time, add it to my trade, partial at the right time. Take your notebook out, get ready, like this video, ask your questions in the comments, and I personally answer all of the questions that you have.
All right, guys, thanks for watching this. Today is history again. Nvidia is now first company to hit $4.5 trillion market cap. And we did trade this very successfully through the leverage ETF of 2 times Nvidia NVDL. And as a matter of fact, I'm still having some position in there. There was some open orders that did not get filled, unfortunately, at 94.50. But it was a great scalp that we did for the break of all-time high. And you know, again, a company becomes $4.5 trillion market cap. We'll get $10,000 out of that move. I would be pretty happy. So let's go. Also, CRWV had a really interesting news that had the partnership with Meta. So that one gapping up 10%. We got another 5% move out of it. So trading was really good today. So $44,000 so far. So Nvidia was on our radar because has been trading near all-time high. So again, you know, if I want to remove all of these lines that I have on my chart, it has been stuck in this range for quite some time actually. So you know, you're looking at it for quite some time. It has been really going very volatilely up and down between 172 to 184, and all-time high was somewhere around 184 here at this range. And you know, we were hoping to really can get this break above 184. Today was even went red to some extent, really went came back up, and then really went up, and then went you know, dropped, came back above. The we've kind of consolidated somewhere around until 10:30. It really popped up with heavy volume for the break of all-time high. So you can trade Nvidia with options, you know, really amazing option calls. You can trade it, or you can leverage ETFs. You can trade that. Nvidia, we have leverage ETF, which is exactly 2 times leverage of Nvidia. So that would have been a really nice, you know, replacement for the options if you don't want to get complex options trading. So again, in that time, looking at it, in that time when I was looking at it, the all-time high in that time was around 184.50. So looking at the daily chart, so 184.50, we had the all-time high, and you know, we get the consolidation around here. We did break one time about all-time high, and I see heavy volume came in, and then we did another consolidation, and that's where the point that I said, okay, I'm going to actually go another long on it for potential another break of all-time high. And again, 184 to 186, and you see the volume come up here. So the volume is very key here. So one time that it broke the all-time high was this time. Sorry. This was the first time that it broke the all-time high, and then this is the second time that broke the all-time high. So both of them, the volume is really coming in, and this is the area that the whole option activity and whole you know, traders mentality will change. In this particular case, I traded Nvidia. I didn't trade the first breakout, but in the second breakout, you know, I decided to take an Nvidia long at 91. The average is 42. It did dip a little bit. My stop loss was just around here, and then boom, as you see here, popped up all the way up to 94.50, which we are seeing right now. So the risk reward was really amazing for the break of all-time high. I actually held this position for a very long time. It did come back up, but never really went to 94.50. It still hasn't stopped me out, but we'll see where we go. The market is almost closing in 10 minutes. Another trade, the scalp that we did was really amazing and very beautiful, was the CRWV. And again, we did live in the chat room. This one had the news that is partnering with Meta. So it was really gapping up in the pre-market with heavy volume. I think at 8:30 news came out. So really beautiful pre-market price action. And at the open, again, all of us in the chat room in the community had this. Carlos took this trade, Peter took this trade, a lot of people took this trade. I think Brian also took this trade with me. So very nice, beautiful consolidation, sold off at the VWAP, really bounced back, and then turned out to be an engulfing, bullish engulfing. So this is very heavy volume. Every minute was more than 2 million shares being traded. So this is a very beautiful 1 minute win range breakout. So I went long heavy size on that, popped up, sold some. I added twice, and eventually got a stop out at the break even. So I think I actually lost a little bit of money here as well. But generally, when you add, you bring your stop loss back to the break even. So this is the first entry, this is the second and third. So my average was kind of around here. They were not as big as this one, but I got a stop out. But it was a really great trade, so very proud of this trade.
If you've been watching this video, you should know that I've been trading like this for 10 years, every day in our Bearable Traders community. You can watch all of my free videos on YouTube, or you can join Bearable Traders. You can see me in real time, do these trades, and see my thought process behind them. Or leave a comment to see how I can actually give you free access to our chat room. You can actually see this live with a stream share.
I think Carlos did that. Carlos also added some on the pullback as well, popped up. And Paris also did some really nice bounces on this trade. So overall, it was really amazing. Like this CRWV was enough from 136 to 142. This is a big move, 136 to 142. And the Nvidia, of course, if you trade it through options or through leverage ETFs, you can get really good scalp on that. And again, scalping is all about getting these small moves. Either you take a heavy size or you go with the leverage products. The leverage products are either options or ETFs that are producing. So this, the financial instruments are available for you to benefit from this volatility. Instead of trading options, you can just go with NVDA. So again, look at the chart of NVDA, and now look at the chart of NVDL. So see, it's exactly the same, but just goes twice. We did launch in Trading Terminal Market Atlas, which is the order map of level 2 visualization. That helps also a lot. So if you guys are using Trading Terminal, it helps a lot to see where the liquidity goes, and usually the volume goes toward the liquidity. Thor and Nathan are teaching them and using them, and it's pretty really useful tool that is included for all Trading Terminal members. This NVDL particularly, I still have orders up there. It might gap up. It might gap up tomorrow as well. So it looks like it's strong. I might actually hold it. What is it trading at? 93.49. So I might hold these 600 shares and see how it goes for tomorrow. The bonds rallied today, but they kind of sold off. Yeah, the bonds were rallied in the morning, but the 20-year treasuries, but they went red. Surprisingly, I don't know what kind of news came out. I have to check out because I was away, but it's pretty interesting. The market, S&P 500 is up. It's really rallying. I don't know what's the news on it. The S&P 500 wants the all-time high. So, all right, guys. So if you want to trade with us, you can come into chat room in Bearable Traders, and we trade live, and you can see my screen and everything, all the thought process. And if you have any question, guys, let me know. I really appreciate to hear about your comments and feedbacks.